Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Sunday, July 7th, 2024. I am in Arlington, Texas. Flew into Dallas-Fort Worth yesterday. Today I will be knocking off my 25th, that's right, 25 stadiums, current stadiums, just put that little asterisk, current stadiums, because, you know, stadiums kind of come and go, but the 30 current stadiums that have been around for a few years. I will be knocking off number 25 in hopes of by the end of this season doing all 30, watching, wearing an appropriate hat, my Tampa Bay Rays. I'm also wearing my Jose Siri new t-shirt I got at the Trop last week or so ago. Stadium is actually right over here, I believe. But before heading over to Globe Life Field, I'm gonna go over to where the Dallas Cowboys play, right over there. And I want to find the old Arlington Stadium where years ago, I think it was the early 90s, I came out here with my family. We went to Wet n Wild, which I believe now has changed names. And also a baseball game at the old stadium. I think that was all we did. We went to a convention. We went to a church convention out here. And I got a hold of my dad earlier, texted my dad to see if he remembers when it was we were here. So I'm going to try to recall exactly when it was that we were here before. But I have never been to the new stadium, nor have I been to the new stadium while watching the Tampa Bay Rays. Number 25 is about to happen. I'm inviting you to join me as this trolley goes by. Shall you? I must admit, baseball is really the only sport that I follow. I was into football way back in the day, and this is in the 80s and 90s, back in the Bo Jackson days, Auburn Tigers, when he played for the LA Raiders. But since then, I really haven't paid much attention. Just like baseball. Love baseball. Even though I did watch a little bit of the Buccaneers last year when they were in the postseason. Was it called postseason? Playoffs. They got eliminated because, you know, local team from Florida, but this is definitely an impressive building right here, though. This looks to have an enclosed dome as well. I believe Globe Life also does, and I hope it does, because today is a 1:41 pitch. And the seats, if it is an exposed roof, I would be sitting in the sun, and it's definitely a little toasty. Not a lot of clouds out at the moment, even though there's a tropical storm heading towards the shores within the next day or so. But right now, no clouds in the sky, so it'd be nice if the baseball stadium dome is closed. Hopefully. That is definitely, again, a very impressive field. AT&T Stadium. But I have probably have pretty good service here, hopefully. Thomas Wade Landry right here. There's a sculpture of him in front of it as well. Hello there, Tom. All right, I stepped inside. Pretty neat. Look at this effect over here. You can see the football players on the field over there amongst this sparkly thing. And there's someone walking out. It's not a football player, though. I think that's just a worker. But the way this effect works, you see the football field in there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This says, please participate, be grateful, enjoy, focus, meditate, feel, open up, interact, etc., etc., and expect a miracle. When you think of the Dallas Cowboys, you definitely think about the cheerleaders, America's sweethearts. Look up here, there's some cleats up top. Those are cheerleader shoes? Those might be the cheerleader shoes. I'm in the gift shop though. Yeah, the city's got quite a few champions. The back-to-back champions here, the Cowboys, and also the Rangers. They won the World Series last year, and they've also won 2 of the first 3 against the Rays series. This is actually going to be Game 3 today. Hopefully they're not going to get the sweep. This is the only game I can go to. I flew in yesterday. A couple mannequins here with Prescott's number on the back. And you also got a lot of other people up top here. I'm not really very familiar. Ooh, I recognize him. Is that Aikman? I think that might be Aikman. So I know a little, I don't know, I'm probably completely off. Got the goal post right here. Take a look at this. Right through the uprights. Oh, I hear some cheering. I think there's something over the intercom making some cheering. There's a stairway here too. You can go up the stairs, see what's up here.
Look out here. There's out onto the... There's the stadium right out there. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, you go to the top floor of the gift shop, you can peek out into the stadium itself. Got a variety of names here along the side of the wall as well. Okay, so this is the same brand of the series shirt I'm wearing right now for the Rays, but check it out. You got the Tecmo Bowl shirt over there. Emmitt Smith. Oh yeah, I recognize Emmitt Smith's name for sure. And then Staubach up there. Okay. Dion? Neon Dion? Guess he played for them? Pretty cool. I've been noticing in the trees, there's something in the trees. There are some really unique noises, almost like the Florida, what are they called, cicadas? Kind of like that, but almost more intense. Listen. Hopefully it translates to camera well. What is that? Oh my gosh! That is loud. Okay, I'll get out of your area. Sorry. Kind of a half wet, half dried riverbed right here. Much more greenery here than the LA River, which is pretty dried up. A fancy looking building there as well. Also, looks like Arlington is going to be hosting the All-Star game coming up not too far from now. I won't be in town for that, but that's pretty exciting. It's like there's a shopping cart turned upside down there in the little ravine also. Almost looks like a dam of sorts. Look, it looks like there's some beavers got to the top of it and put some sticks and things. Or maybe not, should maybe just be trash. Just like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, except here, there are no actors. It's the Chevrolet Suburban that has a star. It's the only one I see through this area, and this unique piece of artwork. That's the one star. Well, besides the, Dallas Cowboys star. I'm a little disappointed the Rays did not get the win last night, then the series would have been tied up. They could have gone in today, hoping to get another series win. But they've already lost this series. Of course, it's regular season, so the series will continue when it's in the postseason. If you lose a series, it doesn't go to Game 3 if you lose the first two. The Rays are doing okay this year, but definitely not the best of I think they're doing worst of the last 5 years. Still a little time. It's a little bit halfway. It's about halfway through the season, so there is time to catch up after the trade deadline and the All-Star game. See what happens, but I'm just going to enjoy the day. Knockoff Stadium number 25. Ooh, yes. Fancy. This live is made out of like a reflective mirror. There are advertisements for the All-Star game over there. I see Aaron Judge off in the distance. So here is the new stadium. That is Globe Life. And this is Choctaw Stadium, I believe, which is where the Rangers used to play from '94 until the 2000s. Right there. Had to look it up. They played here from '94 to 2019. I'm not sure. I think it might have been pre-'94 when I was here with my family. So it was probably the stadium before this that I saw the Rangers and went to Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild's changing names, like I said. There it is, Choctaw Stadium. They built the new stadium right across the street. So the new stadium's only been open 5 years. That's pretty neat. Just walked across that intersection, which has been named Nolan Ryan Expressway. Of course, Nolan Ryan played for the Rangers, played for a lot of teams. Love Nolan Ryan. I would say back in the day when I used to collect baseball cards and really be into baseball in the 80s and 90s and the card collecting thing. Then I kind of fell out of baseball for a while. In the last few years, I've really heavily gotten back into it. But in my early years of baseball days, Nolan Ryan and Roger Clemens, man, those two guys, those were my favorites. They have the Globe Life in front of Choctaw Stadium, when actually Globe Life is right across the field over there. Home of the All-Star Game. Randy Arozarena from the Rays last year came second place in the All-Star Game. Lost to Vladdy by like 2 home runs. That was pretty cool to watch. Just talked to a couple locals heading in. They said the old stadium is no more. It's been completely torn down. Where Nolan Ryan played, Nolan Ryan did not play at Choctaw. I think he stopped playing for the Rangers in like '93. That stadium was built in '94. Man, it would have been cool to see Nolan Ryan pitch in person. Never got to see that. But you know what? There's the man himself right here, tipping the hat. Nolan is in front of the new stadium, even though he never played here. But yeah, when you think of the Rangers, definitely you think of a lot of, you think of Nolan Ryan, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, tipping his cap. It's almost time for the gates to open. 2 hours before first pitch, I believe. Hopefully. First pitch is at 1:40. It's 11:48 right now. That was nice to have the drum corps out. There's also a 7-Eleven right here. Oh, 7-Eleven, please use other door. They just stopped. They just stopped playing the drums. Oh, it's a 7-Eleven right here in front of the stadium. How freaking convenient is that? Oh, thank heaven. Look at this, a 7-Eleven right here in the courtyard. Pretty good selection in here also. I ended up getting a little zero, I love the zero sugar Gatorade. I've been drinking a lot of those, but they also have a 7-Eleven brand, Zero Grape. Look at this, if you don't want to get a dog inside, you get a dog right here. All right, gates do not open 2 hours before, contrary to what is said on the interwebs. Looks like it's going to be 90 minutes before first pitch. Cheerleaders are out now. All right, I have made it in. The first thing I'm noticing is the AC is kicking. The trop is always 72 degrees. This almost feels like it might be a tick or two cooler in here. And the roof is freaking closed. That is awesome. Glad to see that the roof, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is already, look, the Rays are already down there warming up a little bit. Check out the World Champions truck. It's almost like a skull and crossbones instead of crossbones, bats. It's like also made to look like a baseball. It has the baseball look to it for obvious reasons. All right, I headed up to level 4, talked to a very nice associate by the name of Chuck, who works I think the 108 or the 109 area. And he was giving me a few things. Said go to level 4, then go to level 2, and then go to level 1. He told me a few things I need to check out before I head to my seat. So shout out to Chuck. Very nice worker here. And he alerted me that they do have rocking chair seats up here, so that you can actually sit here if you so choose, if these are your seats. Yeah, wouldn't that be pretty cool to sit up here in the rocking chairs and just enjoy a game here in Texas? All right, walking down to level 1. I have talked to 3 or 4 team members here. Talked to a couple of lovely ladies up on the upper floor, and they were very kind. A couple of nice older women that were explaining to me different things. Everyone here is just so very kind and nice. There was one older lady that was saying that she's been working here for many, many years, and she has been to 25 stadiums also. Not seeing the Rangers, but she's been to 25 stadiums. And right over here is a lot of different items. This is where some of the Nolan Ryan stuff they told me to kind of look at. They have quite an arsenal of different items over here in these cases. Check it out. There's George W. Bush right there in bobblehead form as well. Check it out. Look at a little duck right there. Pudge. There's a little bit of a glare here, but it appears to be some office furniture. You got Chuck's jersey right over there. You got some bats right here. This is all blocked off. The general public cannot go in there. There is a team member there working. Well, an associate. I don't know what they call themselves here, but yeah. So this is the below level 1. So there's level 1. You take that escalator down below level 1, and then you have a little timeline here that you go along. And there's just like all kind of food establishments and things down here as well. Like plenty to eat here. I'm gonna definitely, hopefully I can get some nachos of some sort. Some helmet nachos would be nice. Oh, take a look at all this artwork that's through here. Here's some handprint. It's like a handprint walk of fame over here. You got a bunch of the horsemen here scattered through. You got some people going by bringing some product. You got a cart rolling by me at a particular moment. And you got all the different horsemen. Are these all Rangers players? These actually might be real Texas Rangers, the non-baseball player versions. Dang, there's even a speakeasy in here. This kind of reminds me of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when you like knock on the doors, like anybody in there? And then the door opens, like the old speakeasy through here. 45 minutes during limit during game time. That's pretty cool. They have a speakeasy bar down here. That's clever. Yeah, Arlington Stadium. That's where I want to go find the spot. So there's the old Arlington Stadium right there where this happened. Stadium is long gone, but I'll be able to walk over and stand where home plate, well, the approximate home plate location, and find where this exact moment took place. One of the greatest baseball brawls, probably, well, between pitcher and batter ever. I mean, it's just iconic. I don't think Ventura had any idea what was going to happen when he started charging the mound against the one and only Nolan Ryan. It is really nice and comfortable in here too. I do not think I'm going to be breaking a sweat at all today in here. Oh yeah, so this is definitely an interesting setup. The dugouts, the way the seats of the dugouts are higher up, and I gotta say, I don't really like the behind. I've watched games on TV here, and behind home plate is more of a dining area. So when you're watching the pitcher go to the batter and you're looking behind, everyone's just sitting there eating. There's no like seats that go all the way down to field level, which is kind of strange. And it looks like even the first row behind the Rays dugout, which is over here, is up kind of elevated. You see over there how elevated that is. Okay, I'm down a little bit down this way. I'm in 746, which is right over here. So 746. Yeah, take a look at that. Isn't that interesting? That's behind home plate right there. But there's home plate. I don't know if very rare do you see a sitting area where, I mean, there are seats down there, but it's like there's tables and things with popcorn and food on. It's like a different setup than you normally would see. All right, I also have to ask that Chuck is their announcer, and that's the announcer's booth up there. That's what I was looking at earlier. I thought maybe it'd be the owner. Not real familiar with the Rangers, current Rangers, but I guess Chuck has been announcing for a long time. That's his booth. Continue my walking around. I asked a couple people if they had helmet nachos. So they have nachos. I'm not sure about helmet nachos. Oh, you're teasing me. 76 Stadium, the original Arlington Stadium, became the first Major League Stadium to sell, quote, ballpark nachos. They're not in a helmet, but history. History. All right, I have found regular nachos. I found a taco trio, but I've also found ballpark nachos. So I'm gonna remember this around the 3rd or 4th inning. I'm gonna walk back over here and get myself some quintessential ballpark. And I don't know why Tropicana Field doesn't sell these, but oh yeah. This is my new thing at Stadium. I'm gonna have some ballpark nachos. All right, the name of the place is Opo Taco. And I must say, out of every stadium I've ever been to, these are the nicest workers. I've talked to probably 15 workers so far. They're all so nice. Deep in the heart of Texas. All right, you can kind of get a better view here where I'm sitting right there behind the Rays dugout. Just look how elevated. It's like behind home plate. Then you got the Rays dugout, which is kind of elevated. There's also a place called the Germania Club down there on the end. And with the seats I have, I'm allowed to go in that Germania Club. But it's mostly beer and wine and things. But I do want to go check it out just to see what it looks like. Impromptu stadium tour. I looked to see if they had a stadium tour today, and they didn't. And I don't even think they do on night game days too either, which is kind of odd. At least from what I couldn't find a stadium tour. These would be pretty good seats right here too. But yeah, look how deep and kind of underground. I mean, it is called a dugout, but this seems to be a little deeper down than what I'm used to. Usually it's not that quite dugout. There's Ryan Bass down there, field side reporter for the Rays. Trisha Whitaker and him are the two field side reporters. Looks like he's on the job today. There's a couple ladies out there tossing the ball around out in the out. That's pretty cool. Look at these softball players doing. I would really like to toss the ball around and get on field at Tropicana Field before they tear that down in a couple of years. I've never been on field at the Trop before. It'd be nice to throw the ball around out there. Let's check out this lounge. Let's check out this Germania lounge. I just want helmet nachos. Everything else is just Oh, this is the last. Oh, wow. Okay, you go down this way. This is the Germania. Oh, wow, it's field level. Look at this. Oh, you're like on the freaking warning track. What? You actually go down into the freaking warning track. All right. They have helmet nachos here. This kind of reminds me, I'm trying to think where else I was. It might have been, yeah, Fenway I think has something like this right on the warning track. I believe it was Fenway that has something out in right field like this. We got a bunch of different players up here. They have wings down here. We got booze down here. We got chicken sandwiches. Oh, it's actually not right field. It's down the left field, down the third baseline. Look at this. There's the dirt on the warning track right there. Okay, so it's not over. It's not over in right field where Fenway one is. All right, there's another club. This is a dugout club. This is not part of what I have, but if you have these seats, you can purchase these seats as well. It was kind of neat to check that out. Probably won't go back down there, but definitely a pretty cool little area. We'll check out the Rays bullpen now. So you got the Rays dugout there, and then you got the Rays bullpen, which looks to be right over, just off to the side here of the batter's eye. Dang, look at these seats. Take a look at this. Fancy up here. These are the boxes. These are the boxes. All right, you cannot go over and look at the opposing team's dugout, which would be the Rays in this case, unless you have a all-you-can-eat area out in the outfield. So you can't get over there. So they wouldn't let me walk over to that section. So to just see it from a distance, please do not touch. Got Lockheed Martin items right here. So if you're ever here at the stadium and you want to look down into your teams, if they're playing the Rangers, make sure you get the all-you-can-eat ticket out in the outfield. All right, going back down the escalator. I've just been wandering all around, getting some steps in, walking around. You got all the Rangers paraphernalia, heading back down. All right, start making my way to I think I'm gonna get a drink first, get a little hydration first. All right, I went ahead and got myself a lemonade to start off with. Also, when it comes to really nice associates, Cherie, that works at the High Cheese place in this section, just was also very nice. Everyone's so nice here. It's also kind of interesting. So they have the Dallas Cowboys have cheerleaders. They also have a big cheerleading squad that come out and they was dancing out in center field while the Rays were warming up. Also, while the Rays were warming up out in the outfield, they ended up having Captain, which I guess their mascot of the Rangers, a horse, was out on a vehicle driving around, which was kind of neat to see. You'd think the horse would be running around the outfield, but nope, he's getting driven around in a Jeep of some sort. They're doing the opening lineups now. About time for the game to start.
Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Jose Caballero.
Now the cheerleaders have boots on as well. They have cowboy boots on. Cheerleaders out with the cowboy boots on. All right, there it goes. And a base hit by Yandy. Typical Yandy Diaz. First at-bat of the game, first pitch of the game, and he gets a single. My 25th stadium, seeing the Rays. Massive screen that's all the way up at the top. They also have their little series banner off to the side. Throwing out some shirts up here on the front of the dugout. Throwing out some shirts. Rangers just scored. So interesting fact, Nathaniel Lowe for the Rangers is the brother of Josh, who's out in right field. Both brothers, one for the Rays, one for the Rangers. Two different teams. Got Littell on the mound for our starting pitcher today. I really like this stadium. Honestly, the only negative thing about this exact seat is up here. Got the lights on, and the lights are pretty bright, kind of like right in your eyes a little bit. Nothing major, but it is noticeable. You have to kind of like tilt your hat down to steer the light. Full on cannon mode right now. Oh, launching them. Home run. Tampa freaking Bay. Let's go, Caballero. I get the salute. 2-run blast. This is kind of interesting. It's almost like there's regular nachos on the bottom, and then the top level they put like a zesty Doritos or something. You see how there's like a different hue to the color of the nachos? Those are like Doritos on top, and then nachos on the bottom. Even the crowd's booing. Well, actually, they're booing because did a pitch over. Yeah, it's like 2 different types of chips. Uh-oh. And that's going to drop it. Not a good year for the race. Doing a race out here. It's 3 different coins. Looks like the green one is in the lead. Red one is now in the lead. The red one is going to take it. It's close. It's close. Looks like it's going to be the red one. The red one wins in the map. I don't know if I'd call those mascots, or they're just like little gambling tokens. Home run, Rangers. They blast off fireworks even with the dome closed. Rangers are killing the race today.
Running the singing United States Army Band's rendition.
Well, looks like the mascot is very patriotic, taking his hat off. I just watched it. Oh, he's looking right at me. The horse is like looking right at me. I don't want a shirt, horse. Throw it over my head. I don't want a Ranger shirt. Get it over. Yes, throw it. It's into the 8th inning now, bottom of the 8th, and most of my section is cleared out. It's 12 to 2 Rangers. There's no outs. The Rangers got a guy on first and second. 13 to 2 Rangers, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. They got the bases loaded. 13 to 2. That's a ball. Safe to say the Rangers are going to sweep this series. This is a long way to fly out here to knock off another stadium. To see the Rays lose in this fashion. You know what? It's baseball. You just never take the bad with the good. Take the good with the bad. All right. Last chance for the Rays. Went ahead and moved up. Moved up to the front. Nobody up here. All right. 1 out remaining. Strike 1. 1 out remaining. The Rangers have swept the series. There's Siri right there. He wasn't in the game today, even though I'm wearing his shirt. Strike 2. Strike 3. The Rays lose. That was definitely very, very disappointing. But you know what? It is what it is. All right, I am gonna. So there's Nolan Ryan's jersey there. I am gonna head out. Go find that spot. Head now. I do like the stadium. At least the first cheer is kind of weird. I guess I kind of showed all that, but the rest of the stadium is pretty dang awesome. Oh, this is kind of nice. So you got this hotel here. Well, look at this, 15 minutes parking. Starbucks, I don't even see a Starbucks over here. But I guess you could take trolleys out of here too. Look at the mass exodus past the old stadium. There's even trolleys. There's like a couple trolleys here. Another Starbucks 15-minute park. Must be a Starbucks over there. Nice little breeze through here. It's like a wind tunnel. Man, breeze got swept. Fat trombone. All right, walking by this stadium. So they have it kind of some security out here. This is Choctaw Stadium, the second home of the Rangers. Going over where the first one was, which I believe is where I saw the game back in the day. Again, I didn't see Nolan Ryan pitch. But they're constructing the All-Star Village is going to be over here. This old stadium. Wow, look down there. They got all kind of stuff they're putting up. All right, walked a little bit of a ways down this direction. And looking at old satellite images, it appears as if the old Arlington Stadium, which was the first stadium the Rangers played in, was right here. Right in here, home plate off that way. Coming down first base line here. Pitcher's mound over there. Outfield that direction. August of 1993. The last season the stadium, this particular stadium, was active. What a historic moment. You think of baseball brawls, that's probably in the top 5, if not the number 1. And home plate would have been right about there. Just about in that area. Pitcher's mound would have been somewhere over there. Plenty of clips on YouTube, plenty of clips online, plenty of clips if you surf the web. Just look up Nolan Ryan, Ventura. It is really quite a monumental baseball moment. And there was home plate, right about there. Right about in there, give or take a few feet. Isn't that cool? That's pretty dang cool. All right, headed back to my hotel. It's hot out here. I do find it fascinating that there's not anything designating a home plate was right there, though. Can't go over that fence, obviously. Maybe because they know they've sold this land to other developers. Bunch of trash in here. This is the parking lot. I guess if, you know, I guess if it was out here, you could put where the former home plate used to be. You see that in a lot of older stadiums that are torn down and newer stadiums built. Now, to the best of my deciphering, that's where it was, right about there. Before, obviously, before that road was placed there. Stood right here. Home plate right over here to the right of the screen. Third base line, left field there. It's definitely a little toasty. Thank goodness that was inside a dome with nice AC kicking, staying hydrated. Got my water. Stayed to the end of the game. I never leave games early, no matter what the outcome is. Obviously, I traveled a long way to get here. I'm not gonna leave before the game's over. But man, I'm parched right now. Probably should be chugging this. Thank goodness the helmet nachos were good, because the Rays today certainly were not. In fact, this whole series they weren't. Up until this series, they had won the last 5 series. They've been doing pretty good. Seems like this year, every time they get a little momentum, get everyone excited, including myself, get the ball rolling, the train starts getting some speed, there's setbacks. What can you do? There's those bugs again. There's those sounds up there in the trees. They're not as dramatic as they were this morning, but they're still out here. They're still up there, lurking, those big insects, whatever they are. Oh, I hear it. is that? What the heck is that sound? What are you? Something gonna fly out at me and... Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog. What in the name of heck are those? Vlog is over.